laughing at how annoyed he looks.
Morning. Well, we had a really good night's sleep, even though it was we only got about 6 hours each, but that is 6 hours was so deep, so we probably made up for it. As you can see, it's a pretty rubbish day. Hopefully it will clear up later on. Tomorrow's meant to be fantastic, but we're going to take you for that little wander because it doesn't really depend on the weather for this one. So let's go. You made a puppy. Welcome to Shaftesbury. This is a little town that we just discovered randomly as we planned our trip on our anniversary, so we thought we'd explore the history with you and show you some fun little spots. And we're going to start with one that is quite iconic. Well, it's going to be one of those things, if you know it, you'll know it when you see it. If you don't, we'll explain it anyway. Unfortunately, Chester's still not very happy today. He seems like he's got less energy than yesterday. So we're just going to carry him for a bit. Just see how he goes. Yeah, poor little bugger. That's not nice. That's what you call bread right there. That's really satisfying. Even Chester wants it. Not allowed, Papa. Oh, our first stop is just down there.
Look at that old building there.
King Alfred's kitchen. That looks so cozy, doesn't it?
And a hint towards a great influence over Shaftesbury.
Well, we'll go into that in a bit. But our first stop is just down here.
Wow.
Down this extremely slippery...
Perfect weather to do this.
Especially holding a sick puppy. We're actually quite lucky to get it with no people here. And that right there is a massive hint towards what this place is. This is where, in the 1970s, Ridley Scott made that famous Hovis bread ad with that boy pushing that bike up the hill, which is bizarre. He's the guy who made the Alien movie, The Horror, which is one of Hoy's favourite movies. But he also directed this, which I found quite funny. Unexpected, but yeah, it was filmed right here. We probably can't show any of the footage because copyright and all that, but hey, it's still neat.
So I was just reading the plaque behind me, which explains a little bit about the history of this area. This was used quite considerably during medieval times. Back then, all the cottages along here had the right to keep sheep or livestock outside. Shows how different things were back then. This used to be a marketplace area, so people would have to cart all the way up the hill just to sell at the marketplace. So you think about that boy in the Hovis ad just pushing his bike. Can you imagine pushing a cart full of produce up that hill? Makes you think like how different people's health was back then. Like they must have been so much stronger. Mind you, when they were fighting with broadswords and things. Have you tried lifting one of those? I don't know how they did it. And if they were wearing armour. I know armour was like owning a Ferrari back then. It was so expensive, but still going into battle with all of that must have been insane. Still, safety first, right? We were actually recommended to come to the Salt Cellar. Apparently they do really good brunch here. I don't know if we're hungry enough for it today, but if you're in the area, give that a go. It's also dog friendly. Hello. Are you going to come say hello? Or are you going to walk past like a typical kitty? You're just walking past. Yeah, you know what you're doing. Offer some bacon. Mate, it says dog friendly, not cat friendly. So rude. There's the Heritage Trail, if you fancy going on one. Oh, Pooch. That's like the cutest Oxfam I've ever seen.
I was going to say it's the most amazing Oxfam I've ever seen.
Well, amazing,
it's really
then.
cute.
Tons of books.
It's really tidy. Set up more like a Waterstones
It
than a Oxfam.
is. This is amazing.
Maybe later on.
Yeah. Right, off to the next stop. Oh, this is pretty. Wow, look at those views. We'll have a quick look. Can't get in. There we go, lift the gate. Lovely buddleia. Hope it's not sunny and then might have been able to see some butterflies. Wow. That is pretty fantastic. It's cute with all the cottages down there. Yeah, when Shane and I were coming here, we saw that hill there. Oh, let's point to it. Out of focus, typical. Not sure if there was a fort there or something. Couldn't see anything on the map, but it's very prominent in this landscape. It's actually quite nice with it all clouded up because you can see all the different layers. Ah, it's a sundial. Showing there's no sun, can't really use it. I'll only count on your sunny hours. Let others tell of storms and showers.
It's one thing I've noticed. I know it's like, what is it? It's today, Tuesday, Wednesday? I'm not actually too sure. That's what I like when you're on holiday. All the days just sort of blur together. There's no one here. Absolutely nobody. There's cars driving by, but there's no foot traffic at all. I'm not complaining. We've got the whole town to ourselves. I mean, it's not the nicest day. That might be contributing towards it.
What a beautiful war memorial. Absolutely stunning. I can't read it. Yes. Remembering also those who made the supreme sacrifice in 1939 to 1945. So I'm guessing it was originally for World War One, and then they added something for World War Two. You want to go down to see Daddy? Let's go then. Can you go down these stairs? Oh, are these ones scary? How come you can do these ones? Oh no. Chester, that's awkward, mate. This way. Shane's on the phone to his mum. Her birthday is on the same day as our anniversary. Just wishing her a good one. Seeing how her day went. It sounded like she had an amazing time. Spoilt rotten as she deserves.
The guides aren't out yet, but I'll get you one.
Oh, thank you. They're so sweet here. They want to give Chester treats. They let us in early. It's not even open yet.
Behind these ruins are the foundation of a royal power move built by Alfred the Great in around 888 AD. It was partly to defend Wessex spiritually and politically. He installed his daughter here. Now I'm going to try and pronounce her name. I apologise if I get it wrong. Ethel Gifu?
We'll pop it up on the screen.
Yeah,
so you can
Gifu. It's old English writing, which gave the royal family influence over the church and wealth in the local area. It's because of Alfred the Great that Shaftesbury exists. Now, he chose this spot for a particular reason. We'll come to that later in the video, but in Shaftesbury was some of the first nunneries that were all female run. They didn't have any male influence. And that's probably thanks to Alfred the Great, I believe. With the abbey, they weren't just religious centres, they were basically economic engines. Shaftesbury Abbey actually attracted pilgrims, tradespeople and wealth until Henry VIII dissolved all of them because he decided that he wanted to change religion. So this is all that remains of the abbey thanks to Henry VIII.
What's this? Viewing plaque.
Looks like it.
Panoramic dial.
Breeze Hill.
Oh, okay.
Melbury Beacon. Oh, it is a beacon.
You were right.
Melbury Beacon was installed because of the Spanish Armada invasions in 1588, so it's actually linked to Beacon Hill.
There you go, so you can actually see them. Well, not directly, but...
No, but that would be a beacon lit that when it was lit over at Beacon Hill, that would have followed soon after.
It's amazing.
Wow, I didn't expect you could see it from here.
No, but you can see it very clearly.
Yeah.
3.4 kilometres. Apparently there's Love Lane up there. Well, that makes sense because it's our anniversary.
Oh, so romantic.
It really is. But instead we're going down Castle Hill, which sounds like people have just been murdered on it.
Yeah.
Apparently this is called Pine Walk, but not many pine trees.
I'm trying to work that out. Why is it called Pine Walk?
Unless we're missing it, but it must be down here. Incredible views in between the trees though. It's always when you start filming there's a loud noise always start up. Every single time. I just looked it up just to make sure we're actually on the right walk, which we are. And as Hoy just pointed out, look, there's 3 pines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go.
There's one that's cut down. 6, 7. There you go.
Okay, that's enough to...
It, yeah.
That classifies as a pine. Look at the roots on that. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So on our notes, we've made a point of saying about the Victorians converted this into a really romantic little walk back in the day. I can see it'd be really nice on a sunny day, but
It's nice now.
that's pretty awful. No, it's nice, I'm joking. Yeah, so you do have to walk along the road to get to Castle Hill from Pine Walk, so just keep that in mind. Luckily it's not busy today, but you can see how it would be quite a problem on a proper summer's day. Like I said before, there's almost no one around. I'm definitely not complaining, but it's a bit surreal.
Maybe we should cross over.
I think we'll cross over. Yes, that is the murder corner.
King Alfred parked a town here.
Parked a town. Oh, look through there. Sunshine.
Gasp.
Isn't this pretty though? Yeah, lots of dogs. Wow, didn't expect it to be so open. You can really see why they built it here. It's just sweeping views. It's amazing. I hope it's coming out well for you guys.
If you wondered why this market town was perched so high up, blame the Vikings. After repeated raids on easier coastal settlements, Alfred and his heirs built strongholds on hilltops. Shaftesbury became a fortified burh, safe from floods and Mirandas, commanding the Blackmore Vale.
We're just heading back towards Pine Walk to see if we can find another little hidden gem to show you. Fingers crossed we can get to it without getting run over. Ooh, sneaky.
I wonder if it's this way.
If it isn't, it's still better than being on that road. Yeah, there's a graveyard in there. Look at that. There's some gravestones in there. Yeah, that's what I would call a hidden gem. Blimey. I don't think there's any easy way to get to it without going through the grass.
They did this place up in 2023 because of the biodiversity here. So there was a church, but it potentially got moved. Well, I think it was moved, but the graves were left here. And the church was actually mentioned in a Thomas Hardy book. Can't remember which one. They did mention saying that the church was south of the graveyard, like further down the hill. The yew tree here is over 1,000 years old, potentially closer to 2,000 years. So it was actually around before Shaftesbury was built. Probably planted here by pagans, because yew trees are actually a symbol in paganism. So there are some dotted, like, here's some gravestones, and you can see why they wanted this area for the biodiversity, because lichen is actually disappearing in certain areas, but they thrive on gravestones. There's also a lot of fungus here during September, apparently, that isn't really around the rest of the country. Like, it sort of gathers here. I don't know, maybe it liked all the fertiliser the graveyard got.
But yeah, what Hoy said. Amazing. Oh wow. Year is getting on if these are starting to grow.
I think you've just found a raspberry bush.
Hey! Not ready. Not yet. That's what I love about yews. They just twist and turn so crazily, especially for one this old. Just amazing trees. And don't cook them. You won't have a good time.
Just a wait. I'm gonna pick up. Boy.
Wake up.
Are you a little moaner, Chester?
Rightio, there we are back on Pine Walk. But we thought we'd share something with you, a little behind the scenes thing. Recently we've been making these little write-ups for our wanders just to kind of help us stay on track, because we've noticed now and again we get a bit like distracted and we end up being somewhere else completely different, or we're way behind schedule, or with worst case scenarios we've actually had to abandon a few wanders because of Chester being so young still and us just being so keen to go out there and explore places. So we've decided to start doing these, and this time it's come in so handy. It's really good. I love them. We'll keep doing these in the future, I think. Giant dog appeared out of nowhere.
Red setter.
It's 10 to 11 and there's still hardly anyone about.
Funny.
Again though, you can just see the views. You can really appreciate them. It's almost 360. Oh, apart from this side of town, that's still a very, very good vantage point, especially with the coast being out that way. That's where those pesky dames would have came from back in the day. I say dame.
Danes.
Yeah, I mean, I said dames.
Oh, did you? Some broads on a boat.
Ah, the most terrifying Vikings of all. We're coming up to St. Peter's Church, which is one of our last stops for this wander, and then we better find something to eat.
Yeah, maybe we can stop off at the salt cellar.
Maybe. Gosh, there's people around.
I know.
So behind me we have St. Peter's Church. A couple of fun facts about this church. It survived the dissolution of the church by Henry VIII. The abbey did not survive where this did. And there's rumours that there were monks smuggling relics from the abbey to this church for safekeeping during that time. We're not sure if that's true or not, but it's a fun fact nevertheless. And it's also survived several town fires and countless royalty power shifts over and over. Another interesting fact is that we've learned in the 1970s it actually became redundant, but also in the 1970s it was revived again. And I believe in the 2000s about £200,000 was used to restore the church and the surrounding area around Gold Hill. I believe that was done by the Friends of St. Peter's, so good on them. So that's our little wander around Shaftesbury, but we're not done yet. We're gonna go have a look and see if we can find something for either brunch or lunch. We're not sure if we'll be allowed to get brunch because it's about 10 past 11. Chester rates Shaftesbury 4 out of 5 paws. Even though he was fairly poorly for the entire walk, he still rates it pretty high because he got to get carried for a good chunk of the day, so it was very relaxing. He recommends you try and get carried about by your humans if you go there too. Just fake being sick if you have to. Thank you.
We're both waiting for each other to start. Well, that was the end of our wander for today. We hope you enjoyed visiting Shaftesbury with us. This is our first time at this town, so it's been very exciting going around with you guys.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Chester's done very well considering he's been quite ill.
Yeah, we have been carrying him pretty much everywhere though, so he's living a life of luxury.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to see you next time, wherever that may be. Bless you, Chester.
Just sneezed on my leg.
Oh, Bob. So we're going to say goodbye now, get Chester to bed.
Yeah, nice chill day, rest of the day, I think. Go back to the cabin and just chill for a few days before heading back home.
Yes, you can say goodbye.
Oh no. Oh, Bobby. Good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't say you want to go back out.
No.
Mate, I just carried you all the way back. No, don't look at me like that.
You got a whole garden to play in, puppy.